Hi Kim, yeah, so you're going to use a 12.5 mil board?
That's correct, yeah, 12.5 mil board. Nice, a bit more substantial than a 9.5 mil, so that we could get the ceiling as flat as possible, more quickly. Looking at the room itself, it's quite a big kitchen actually. So we decided that we were going to actually put some scaffolding down. So we used some small bandstands and staging boards so that we had a nice platform to work from.
Good
so
safe floor.
Yeah, so you're not worrying about putting the boards up and
you've got to be the right height, haven't you? This is absolutely crucial, isn't it?
Absolutely.
From a manual handling point of view, and when you're actually professionally skimming, it's got to be the right height.
It's much easier.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely.
It's a better job.
Yeah. Absolutely. So other things that we had to look into was waste disposal as well for all of our plasterboard and any loose material that we had to take down, obviously around the flood damaged area.
Can't you use just an ordinary skip?
No, because it has to be separated out, and they won't. You can't put plasterboard into general building waste.
Oh right, yeah.
So you have to have a purpose-made recycling skip for it.
Yes,
which is a huge headache because it's an massive extra cost.
Yes, it is,
but I mean, alternatively, if there's not too much, you can bag it up and dispose of it yourself. But you have to take it to the right tip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not all of them take plasterboard. So
that's right.
So that's so we sorted that out. Obviously, site protection. Where were we going to mix? Couldn't mix in the house. That would have been very impractical. So we were mixing outside. So the hallway had to be sheeted up, and the driveway and the whole area was big tarpaulin down, so that labour can mix up and not make a huge mess everywhere. Especially if it rained, or when it rains, it's awful, isn't it? Because you just get
it's a messy job.
Footprints everywhere, and it's
yeah.
So yes.
Were any obstacles in the kitchen at all? Any hazards?
No, the floor was fairly clear. The client they managed to clear out all the kitchen furniture and what have you. But obviously we had to be very careful about sheeting up the cooker and her appliances. So we used sort of removal blankets and board over the work surfaces and the tops, so if anything dropped down onto them, there was going to be no damage.
That's good. Yeah.
And then just using dust sheets or tarpaulins actually, because it's plaster doesn't stick to them. It's to cover all of her cabinets and. So that was a fairly lengthy old job to do to get all that done, and then put the scaffolding down, and But once we'd done that, we were ready to go really. The light fittings as well, they were not too bad. They weren't lots of spotlights everywhere and what have you. So there were just a couple of light fittings that needed to be taken down. And then
did you do that yourself, or you got?
No, I got an electrician in to do that,
yes.
And got him to make sure the ends of the wires are safe, and nobody was going to get electric
shock. That's right. It's important, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it couldn't. And she also asked us to skim some boxing in. The water damage was actually around the soil pipe area.
Right.
But I think all of her pipe work came up this boxing as well, and it was all in one area. So the water damage was down in the boxing in. So we said, well, we might as well take off all the plasterboard on that and redo that as well whilst we were doing it.
Right.
So that was fairly straightforward to do.
Right. Would you fix that exactly the same way as you?
Yeah, exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Although the screws I was using wouldn't be as long.
No.
I mean, the screws I assessed and used for the ceiling, they needed to be about 50 mil long to get through the old lava plaster and give me a good sort of 10-15 mil into the timber.
So how did you find where the joists were to?
Well, we
used
used
a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, so certainly with old properties, and basically we went round the outside of the ceiling with a stud finder and passed the stud finder over the surface of the ceiling, and
excellent.
When it pinged off and the alarm went off, and we just made a mark down down the wall.
So it gave you a striking line.
Yeah, and then we chalked up the chalk line between those two to give us a visual, and put the boards up. Held the boards up with the dead man just while we were putting 2 or 3 screws in, and then once we'd done that, and the labourer went on and fixed every 300 with the drywall screws.
Right, they're just driven in by a.
Yeah, we just used a battery drill to do that. There's we didn't have any specialist tools to do that with at all, but that was fine. It seemed to work well. And just asked him not to drive the heads in too far. It's usually they tend to drive them all the way in, don't they? Which just compromises the integrity of the board, so to speak. And but no, that was fine. That was all good. And yeah, we got rid of any. Then after we'd done that, we looking at the ceiling, we discovered that there were some undulations which we couldn't take out with the skim. So we elected to bond that first with some bonding plaster.
All right, yeah.
It was only it was only certain areas that needed to be done.
Just
so it was
just
just
low
patches.
spots, really, yeah.
Yeah, it's just filling up the low spots just to get it flat. So we just used an 1800 feather edge and drew that over the ceiling, and wherever there was any more than about 5 mil, we just put a bit of bonding in there. And which obviously, once that's gone off, it's
quite quick.
Yeah, it's quite quick, so it didn't really hold us up too much.
And then do you also have to tape and joint?
Yeah, all the joints taped with fiberglass tape.
Yeah. Do you do that just on the joints in the boards, or around the?
I tend to go around the edge, but just to butt the end of the edge of the tape up. Unless I'm skimming the walls as well, then I'll turn it round and come down the wall. But
yeah, that's a good description.
Yeah, just to help the cracking.
Good.
But not that there would be any, but if there was any, movement in the wall at all.
Differential movement, yeah. But particularly in an older house, you'll be able to get that, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's, so we did that, and then when we skimmed it, just fairly straightforward process. Two coat skim.
Yep.
Just went over with one good coat of about between 2 and 3 mil, and then another one of about a millimetre to lay in over the top to get it nice and flat.
Good.
And the job came out well. So I think we'd assessed the situation properly. We'd done the right thing as far as the mess and pulling down the old ceiling was concerned. And then she was happy with the job. And
having the access gavel made it the right way.
And that was much easier for us. Yeah, that did make it easier.
Good.
So
What did you do around the pipe casing? Was it just plasterboard?
Just 12 mil plasterboard, and obviously finished off the angles with just thin coat bead.
Thin coat bead, yeah. That's fine.
So which we fixed with just plasterboard nails.
Right.
Just on the outside, just pinched it on with the nails, and then very straightforward, really.
Nice job.
Yep, nice easy job. Got that done. No disasters, no dramas, and thankfully we didn't pierce any surfaces when we went in with drills or screws or anything like that.
Yeah, it's always a slightly unknown. Slightly unknown.
So that was good. The client was happy, and
excellent. All done. Okay, well done, Tim. Thank you.